Hey there, today we're going to put together Uncle Sam. I thought he was a cute project to make for the 4th of July or any other patriotic holiday. We're going to start out with the headpieces. There are 8 of these. And what you need to do is fold them on the score lines. Now the top one you're going to bend in a little bit, and the rest you're going to bend back. And this will help form the shape of his head. And once you have them all folded, we're going to add some glue to the tabs. And you're going to line these up with the score lines. Hold them together while they glue. And I go back and do the bottom one last because you gotta curve it some. And that way, by the time you get to it, the other ones have dried some. And you're gonna just continue putting each panel on to the next one. And once you have all the sides put together, you're going to now connect the 2 end pieces. And you have the main part of your Uncle Sam head put together. For the top of the shoulders, you got 4 pieces. Each one has a number on the tabs. And of course, the number 3 has a star. You'll notice number 2 is actually white instead of in the sapphire blue. We did that because this is the front of the shirt on Uncle Sam. You're going to want to take each one of these and fold them on their score lines. And then once you have done that, you're going to start with the number 2 and glue it to the left side of number 1. And the base of this Uncle Sam is actually an oblong and not a circle. That's why you'll notice that every other piece is the opposite on these shoulders. And then once you have all 4 pieces glued together, you're going to glue the 2 ends together. Okay, next we're going to do the bottom of the shoulders. And you'll notice these pieces have numbers cut out of them on the tabs. And this one actually has a number and a star, and I will show you later why it has a star cut out. And you're going to take each one of these and you're going to fold them on the score lines. And then you're going to glue number 2 to the left side of number 1. Then glue 3 to the left side of number 2. And 4 to the left side of number 3. Then once you have them glued together, you're going to glue the two ends together. As you can see, you cannot see the numbers once you have glued them. Okay, you're going to take your two shoulder pieces. This is the bottom, and then this is the top piece. And you'll notice that each one has a piece with a star on it. And those two you're going to start together and connect. So we're going to put some glue on this bottom piece. And we're going to glue these two pieces together. And then continuing to glue the top to the bottom. You just work your way around. And like I said, this is not rounded, it's an oblong shape. Okay, now we're going to take the shoulder pieces that we have put together and the head piece, and we're going to sit the head down into the shoulders. And what you're going to want to do is turn it upside down, and you're going to glue each one of these tabs on the head to the shoulders. And it really doesn't matter which way you turn the head to put it in here, because they all match. And you're just going to continue going around and gluing the tabs up in. As you can see, I have now gotten the head attached to the shoulders, and we are going to put the bottom onto the shoulders. And this is the bottom piece. And like I said, this is like an oblong shape. You need to have these tabs pulled down in. I'm going to start by putting some glue on a tab. And continue working around until I have all of the bottom glued to the bottom tabs of the shoulders. And if you need to, you can reach down to the top of the head and press down on the tabs to make sure that they are gluing into place. once you've done that, you can now start adding the panels to the shoulders. You'll notice this is the front of Uncle Sam, and he gets these two panels on here to make his jacket. So we're going to start by gluing those on. And then you're going to move to the sides, and these pieces are what go on the sides. As you can see, it covered up that star that was cut out. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Then for the back two panels, we have these two pieces. And now we're going to move on to the panels that go on the bottom of the base. There are 8 of those, and if you look at them, they look similar, but there are 4 that are larger and 4 that are just slightly smaller, as you can see. Okay, the 4 smaller panels go on the front and the back. There's the two front ones. And then the 4 larger ones go on the sides. And your jacket panels are done. Okay, now we're going to put the pieces of the hat together. You'll have 4 pieces of red and 4 pieces of white. And all you need to do is take each piece and fold it on the score lines. And once you have them all done, then you're going to start gluing them together, and you're going to alternate the colors for the hat. So we're going to start with a red. We're going to put glue on each tab. And making sure you get it lined up correctly. Now we're going to put glue on the white tabs. And you're going to continue alternating. You're going to put white next and then red until you are got all the sides together. Now that you've got all the pieces together, you're now going to connect the 2 end pieces. And this will form the main part of your hat. Next, I'm going to put together the hat band. There's actually 4 pieces. You'll have 2 blue with stars cut out and 2 white. You'll see there's score lines on all the pieces. what you're going to do is you're going to turn the blue upside down, and you're going to put glue on it. And then take the white and line it up so that it goes to the edge of the blue. And you'll notice that the white does not cover the tab on the blue. The white's actually a liner so that all your stars on your hat will be white. And then you're going to fold these on the score lines. And you will take the two pieces and glue them together. Okay, now you're going to take the hat sides and you're going to bend these top pieces down so that you can glue the top on, and it is blue. And you're going to continue gluing the top of the hat, the sides. Which will help shape the hat better. You can actually turn a hat upside down and reach down in and make sure that the tabs are all gluing down. And there the top of the hat is on. Next, you're going to take the hat brim, which you have actually 2 of these. You're going to take one, and when you cut these out, the one piece, it doesn't matter which one you use, what will be what you have used for the top of the hat. That's why there's no extra pattern for the top of the hat. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the brim down on top of the hat here. And as you're doing this, you're going to want to fold these tabs outward so that they hold the brim down. It is a snug fit, but there. Once you've done that, then you're going to start with glue and glue each tab to the brim. And you'll continue doing this the whole way around your hat. Okay, we have the brim of the hat on. And actually now we're going to put the second piece of the brim on, because this is actually the liner, so you don't see all the pieces that we just glued, all the tabs. And when you're gluing this on, make sure you get glue all the way out to the edge of the brim, because if you don't, you'll be able to tell there's 2 pieces. There you go. Once you have that glued together, then now you're going to put the eye together. There are 3 pieces to each eye. You start with the blue piece. Put some glue on the back of it. And glue it down to the white. Then using a pickup stick, I pick up the black little dot. Put some glue on it, and then it'll go into the center of the eye. And then you can just set your eyes aside and let them dry. Okay, next we're going to put the panels on the head. There are 4 white panels, and these go around the back of the head. So they'll start here and go on these 4 panel pieces. And you just need to put some glue at the top and the bottom of each panel. And then glue them on. And now that I got all 4 of the white panels on, we're going to put Uncle Sam aside. These are the 4 what they call barely pink flesh tone panels. You don't want to put those on yet because you need to put your ears together, and they need to go onto the panels before they go on the head. These are your ear pieces. And there's little score lines on these, and these ones you actually bend up the triangles instead of bending back, and then you'll kind of crease these a little bit to give them a little bit of a shape. And you'll notice that the big piece of the ear and the little piece have the same score lines in them. That is because that is where they go together. You're going to do the same thing with this ear. You're going to bend these forward. I glue the smaller piece into the bigger piece of the ear. Okay, now I'm going to glue the ears to the panels for the face. I'm using the small zots to put the ears onto the panels. And you just need to put like one zot on each of the triangles. Then you're going to want to put the top of the ear about 1 inch down on the panel. Starting with the top triangle, because you're going to be bending these around as you put them on. Like that. And as you can see, both my ears are on the face panels. Okay, now I'm going to take the 2 plain pieces of the face panels and put them on the front of Uncle Sam. And again, all I'm going to do is put glue at the top and the bottom of the panels. And once you have those 2 on, you can now put on the 2 panels with your ears. Okay, now we're going to put the nose together. You'll notice there are quite a few score lines on the nose piece. And you need to bend this top one down. And bend these side ones in. And then there's one in the middle that you need to bend in. You're going to bend these tabs in and also these two tabs. And then this bends up, and then these two triangles have score lines on them. Again, I'm going to use the Zots. And I'm going to put, okay, we're going to put a Zot on the bottom tab. And then it gets glued to this tab to form the nostrils on the nose. And we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to put a Zot on the bottom tab. And glue it underneath the top tab. As you can see, your nostrils now have been formed. Now I'm going to put the mouth pieces together. There are two pieces, and you'll notice that each one has a little bit of a dip in the top. You take the smaller one and put some glue on the back of it. And you're going to want to line them up so that the two dips match. Next, we're going to add the 4 long hair pieces to the white panels of Uncle Sam. There are 4 of these. You need to slightly curl them with a dowel rod, just to give them a little bit of a curl. We're going to put a little bit of glue at the top of these, and then just glue them up at the edge of the panels. And continuing adding the other 3. Okay, once you got those 4 pieces on, we're going to take the 3 that have score lines on them. And you're just going to slightly bend them on the score line. And we'll also need to curl these just slightly. And the reason these have the score line on them is because they are going to go over 2 panels. So we're just going to put some glue on the top, and then you just center the score line in the middle of the two panels. And you'll do that for the middle panel and the back, in the middle. Next, we're going to glue on the longer piece of the sideburns. We need to curl them just slightly. And they actually go on the face panels, on the same panels that the ears are attached to. You will notice these two panels of hair, and they go on behind the ears. You just need to curl them slightly. This one goes behind the right ear. Oh, sorry, the left ear. It's the right if you're facing them. That way the smaller hair is behind the ear and the longer hair as it goes back towards the head. And this one goes behind the right ear. And these smaller pieces go in the middle of the back of the head. And finally, the small sideburn pieces. And Uncle Sam's hair is complete. Okay, I put dots on the tabs of the nose. And you just need to start at the top and press down the dots. so the nose adheres. And when you're placing the nose on, you want it about an inch in here. Next, we're going to place the eyebrows, the eyes, and the mouth onto Uncle Sam. We're going to place the eyebrow just above the nose. And then using dots, I'm going to put 2 dots on the back of the eye. And I'm going to place the eye in line with the nose. And next we're going to glue the mouth on. And you're going to need to give it a little bit of a bend in the middle because it's going to go across 2 panels. And just hold it into place. You just want it a little bit below the nose. Now there are 4 pieces to Uncle Sam's beard. These 3 pieces you'll need to curl with a dowel rod very slightly. And then you're going to want to glue the medium piece to the big piece. About a quarter of an inch below, like that. And then you're going to do the same with the smaller piece. A little bit of glue on the back. Next, you're going to want to glue the triangle onto the beard, and you just want to just slightly put some glue on this. You don't want to over glue it. And then you can turn it over and then gently curl these out. That will give the beard a little bit of dimension so it's not flat to the face. Once you have this glued on, the triangle, You're going to want to slightly bend this because again you're going between two panels when you glue this on. And just put a little bit of glue on the top. And then you're going to glue the beard right below the mouth. And just hold it there. And there's Uncle Sam's beard. And as you can see, I've put Uncle Sam's top hat on, and you can use him as a decoration to just display out for the 4th of July or any other patriotic holiday, or you can actually put candy in it by taking the top hat off and give it to somebody as a gift. Enjoy.